Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to have the database warn the user if a particular record exists if they enter in a duplicated field, let's say the same phone number as someone else. But it'll give them the option to either continue adding the record or to open the existing record. We'll use a tiny bit of VBA to accomplish this task, so it's a developer level video. And here we go. Today's question comes from Avery in Alexandria, Virginia, one of my platinum members. Avery says there are a couple of different fields that I track a user by in my database. One is their phone number, and although I like to try to keep them unique, sometimes there are duplicates between two customers, so I don't want to make it index no duplicates. So I'd like to have it where if my user is entering a new customer's record and the phone number is already in the database, it warns me but gives the option to either go to the existing record or continue adding the new record. It's not always practical to search up front. So basically what Avery, what you're saying is your user is going to be entering a new customer record. If they type in the phone number and it's already in the database, you want it to say, hey, wait a minute, this person's already in the database. Do you want to continue adding them or do you want to cancel this and go to that record? So that's what we're going to do in today's video. All right, so if you've never done any VBA programming before, go watch my intro to VBA video. It's about 20 minutes long, teaches you everything you need to know to get started. We're going to use the before update event, so go watch this video if you don't know what that is. We're going to use DLOOKUP to determine if the customer already exists. Very important function. If you've never used DLOOKUP, definitely go watch this one of my favorite functions. Go watch NZ to convert null values to zero. We're going to use an if-then statement, so we could say, if this customer already exists, then do something. All right, very important. And finally, we'll use a message box to ask them if they want to do something, yes or no. So all of these are free videos. Did you get all of that? A lot of prerequisites for this one, but it's all easy stuff once you get the hang of it, trust me. So go watch all those videos if you don't know anything I just mentioned. They're all free. They're on my YouTube channel. They're on my website. You'll find links down below. All right, so here I am in my Tech Help free template. This is a free database. You can download it off my website if you'd like to. And let's say we got our customer form here, and I'm going to put in 716-555-1212 for my phone number. Now, if I go to add a new customer, and someone comes on here, Joe Smith, whatever, okay, 716-555-1212. At that point, when they tab off of that field, I want to say, yo, hold on. Wait a minute, Jim, right? That person's already in the database. So what do you want to do? Do you want to continue adding it? Or do you want to forget this record, cancel this, and go to the other record? Okay. And there's a million choices. You can handle this however you want to handle it. This is how I would do it. Yeah, you're going to lose that you just entered Joe Smith, but I mean, you just gotta pick your poison, right? That's how I'm going to do it. So here we go. You ready? All right, we're going to cancel this. We're going to go into Design View. We're going to go to the phone number field or whatever field you care to check. You can do this in multiple fields if you want to. Go to the Before Update event. Remember, Before Update can be canceled. That's the nice thing about Before Update versus After Update. After Update happens after the data has already been committed to the table. Before Update has this cancel option. Okay? So first thing we're going to do is check to see if this phone number is in the table already. So we're going to need an ID variable to store that value. Dim ID as along, right? ID equals NZ, DLOOKUP. What are we looking up? The customer ID from the customer table where the phone number equals whatever the user just entered in, but it's got to be inside of quotes because it's a string value. So quote, 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 right? And the phone number and quote, 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 quote. And if you don't know all of that, go watch my double quotes video. Yeah, a lot of people like to use the single quotes in here. I don't. I like to use double quotes. And I got a video on why to. I'll put some links down below for that stuff as well. So now, if this phone number exists in the customer table already, then we'll have an ID, a number other than 0. If it doesn't exist, it's going to return 0. So at this point, I can say if ID equals 0, then exit sub. We're good, right? The phone number is not in the table. We can exit out and continue on our merry way entering in this record. But if it gets down to this point, that means that we've got an ID return, so that phone number does exist. So now I'm going to ask the user, what do you want to do? So I'm going to say if message box, right? Ask them with a message box. I'm going to say phone already exists. Go to that record, question mark. And I like to warn them, note that all changes in current record will be lost. Let them know that, hey, if you say yes, it's going to go bye-bye. All right. Comma, next line, VB yes, no, cancel, plus VB question, right? That gives us the yes, no, and cancel buttons and the little question mark icon. All right. Comma, phone exists. Okay. Now that's going to return a yes or no or a cancel value. All I care about is yes. I like to give people the cancel option because sometimes they see it yes, no, and they panic. They're like, what do I answer? But if they see cancel, they'll just hit cancel and like, don't worry about it. Okay. So at this point, I'll say if it's equal to VBS, then do some stuff. Now, what stuff do you want to do in here? All right. The user has chosen at this point to go to that record, go to the other record. So we're going to cancel editing this one. Cancel equals true. Yeah, technically cancel's an integer, but it's really only looking for a 0 or not 0 value. True happens to be -1, so it works just fine. And cancel equals true reads better. Just, we also have to undo editing of this record, which is going to lose all the other data that was entered, but you really don't have any choice because if you want to move to a different record, you have to. So you have to say undo. It's going to undo whatever other, like the first name, last name, whatever else they've entered in. That's why I warned them. Okay. Now we can open up the other record. And we can say do command.open form, customer F, comma, customer ID equals the ID we looked up earlier. That will reopen the customer form to that record only. Okay. Yeah, there's other things you can do. You can, if you got all the records, you can open it up and use a filter, or you can open it up and do a find for. There's a million things you could do. That's the easiest way. That's what I like to do. Now, could you open up a second form that's got this user, like a sample of this? Yeah, you can make a customer 2 record that shows you the other record. You can even open up a second instance of the customer form. That's possible. I don't like doing that. It is possible. If you guys want to see how to do that, let me know. Maybe I'll make a developer class out of that. It's a little bit more involved than a tech help video. But I don't like doing it. You can have multiple instances of the same form, but it's weird. And there's crazy things you got to remember to keep track of. But this is I would make a separate form. Like if you want to make like a little pop-up form that says, hey, we noticed that this phone number is already in the database for Jane Doe at this address. Do you want to use this one or do you want to keep editing? And then you can cancel it out. Maybe a little pop-up, a modal form or something. There's a million things you can do. It's up to you. It's your database, your Legos. Put them together however you want. My job is just to show you alternatives. All right, let's give it a quick debug compile just to make sure everything's good. It looks kosher. We can close that. Close it. Close it. Save it. And now back to our customer form. Let's go to a new record. And I'm typing in Jane Doe, phone number 716-555-3333. That one's not in there. That's fine. We're good. Didn't bother me. It did a DLOOKUP, didn't see it, right? But let's type it in again. 716-555-1212, tab. Wait. The record already exists. Do you want to go to that record? Note that all changes will be lost. I'm not sure. I'm going to hit cancel, and it leaves me right where I was. Okay. But now let's say we did it the real way. So we come in here and we put that and make it a 2. And you want to go to that record, say yes, and it switches you over to the other record. So there you go. That's how you do it. Are there other options? Yes. I want to hear what other options you have in the comments down below. Make sure you post them for me. I do read them all. I've got my ways of doing things that I've developed over the last 30 years or so, but I'm always learning from you guys. You guys always post cool stuff in the comments, and you teach me things from time to time, and I love reading it. But that is going to be your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free, and click on the bell icon to select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Make sure you click the Show More link down below the video to find additional resources and links. You'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted, so if you'd like to get an email every time I post a video, click on the link to join my mailing list. Even if you don't want to become a member, feel free to donate to my tip jar. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got puppies to feed. How do you become a member? Click on the Join button below the video. After you click the Join button, you'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks. Silver members and up will get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, one free beginner class each month, and more. Gold members get access to download all of the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus my code vault, where I keep tons of different functions that I use. You'll also get a higher priority if you decide to submit any tech help questions to me, and you'll get one free expert class each month after you finish the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks, plus even higher priority for tech help questions, access to all of my full beginner courses for every subject, and one free developer class each month after you finish the expert classes. These are the full-length courses found on my website, not just for Access too. I also teach Word, Excel, Visual Basic, and lots more. You can now become a Diamond sponsor and have your name or company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown in each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. But don't worry, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access. It's over 4 hours long, and I just updated it for 2021. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll include a link below that you can click on. And also, if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. Yep, that's all, $1, and it's free for all members of my YouTube channel at any level, even supporters. Want to have your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page on my website. You can send me your question there. While you're on my site, feel free to stop by the Access Forum. Lots of good conversations happening there. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course, YouTube. Once again, my name is Richard Ross. Thank you for watching this tech help video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something today. I'll see you again soon.